Your favorite rapper is a stand-up comedian.
It's about to go down.
Now, I don't mean that literally, but they basically have the same job description, which is to share experience. Now, you could argue that's the job of every entertainer. Musician, YouTuber, vlogger, rapper, or comedian, which is true. But the similarities between these two genres of entertainment is just ridiculous because the lens through which we view individuals from these genres are completely different. For instance, we view rappers from a standpoint of money, fame, and power. You know, those sorts of things. While a comedian, on the other hand, is mostly considered goofy, soft, and usually the jester. You see how different they are? Yet, their mode of operation is so similar. For starters, both rappers and comedians use their platform as a means to share their opinion on social narrative, from drug abuse to gun violence, even their political point of views. Take Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly, or NWA's Fuck the Police, or even Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones. We sing along to these albums, we laugh at these jokes, while simultaneously agreeing with them because it's their truths. And that's why we accept these forms of commentary. I'd rather listen to Kendrick Lamar's take on a political situation rather than some person on BBC, to be honest. I'm a big hip-hop head, and I hold Kendrick Lamar's opinions to really high regard because of his position in hip-hop. I also see Schultz as a guy I can relate to because he's funny and actually says shit I care about. He's a funny guy who happens to think like an actual reasonable human being. There's also the competitive nature of hip-hop and stand-up comedy. If Beyonce made a cover singing the chorus of Chandelier by Sia, I wouldn't care, to be honest, even if she sang it word for word. But that wouldn't be the case if it was a rapper or if it was in hip-hop, unless you make it known that you're paying homage to the original rapper. And that's the same reason a comedian wouldn't use another comedian's material, because that's the core of their profession. A comedian's core is him or her actually being funny. And a rapper has to be a great rapper to claim that he's the best. An R&B artist or musician doesn't have to be a great songwriter to be an amazing singer. The similarities between rapper and comedians just increase because most rappers are actually really funny. Vince Staples is a really funny guy. A lot of Eminem's early work relied on shock value and him being actually funny. And even at its peak, rap battles are a blend of comedy and hip-hop. Many times, a crazy spin on the truth is actually what makes a great joke or a really clever bar. Even the audience are kind of similar. Agreeing that someone has a great voice is almost unanimous. But even among fans of a rapper or a comedian, some bars or some jokes don't stick, depending on how sensitive the audience might be. Some bars might be too corny, and jokes might be really offensive. There's also immediate feedback. If a crowd doesn't laugh, your joke isn't funny. And if you don't get a positive reaction from the crowd, your bars are weak. This forces both the rapper and the comedian to be nimble thinkers because you don't know how a crowd might react to a new verse or new material. Sometimes bars go over people's heads and comedians have to deal with hecklers. Coming up with ways to deal with this scenario might mean ditching the original script or coming up with something off the top of your head. The point is they both freestyle, which is funny because if you think about it, the way rappers and comedians write is actually kind of similar. Most times you usually have the punchline and then you build your verse around that. The same logic goes for writing a joke, even storytelling. Take Good Kid Mad City for instance, or Kevin Hart's Laugh at My Pain, where the entire special was set around a story. And at the end it all came full circle with the same punchline. Many rappers have songs and verses that also come full circle. Everything from storytelling to wordplay to the use of puns, social commentary, improvisation, and even audience connection. These two very different genres are actually not so different. Alright, enough talk. Thank you for watching the video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.